Hey everyone, my name is Maria. Today I'm sharing something that completely changed my faith and understanding of the afterlife. I never expected to be given a glimpse of purgatory, but Jesus allowed me to see it, and what I saw shocked me to the core. The place was filled with souls, many of whom were Catholics I recognized, people who had compromised their faith in life. I was in a near-death experience after a serious illness, and while I expected to see heaven or hell, I was shown purgatory, a place not often talked about but very real. Jesus explained that purgatory is where souls who are not fully purified go to be made ready for heaven. But what broke my heart was seeing how many souls there had settled for less than holiness, had compromised their beliefs, and were now suffering the consequences. Jesus said, "Maria, many my children have allowed the world to water down their faith. Purgatory is full of those who traded truth for comfort." It was a sobering message and a wake-up call for all of us to live faithfully and without compromise. As Jesus led me through the vision of purgatory, I saw souls in various states of purification. Some gently being cleansed, others suffering intense purification for their compromises and sins. What struck me most was how many of these souls were once devoted Catholics who over time allowed their faith to be diluted by worldly influences. Jesus said, "They did not deny me outright, but they accepted half-truths, compromises, and lukewarm devotion. They sought comfort over conviction, tradition over transformation." I watched as some souls tried to hold on to practices that were empty or misguided, thinking that mere ritual would suffice, while their hearts strayed far from true holiness. The pain in purgatory was not punishment in the sense of wrath, but a cleansing fire, sometimes gentle, sometimes fierce, that purifies the soul for its eventual entry into heaven. Jesus explained that this purification is necessary because nothing impure can enter the presence of God. What broke my heart was seeing how many had opportunities to change in life, but chose complacency. I saw how the world's allure, the desire for acceptance, ease, and status, had led them away from the radical call of the gospel. Jesus urged me to share this message as a warning and a call to holiness. Do not settle for a faith that is comfortable but powerless. Pursue me with all your heart, or you may find yourself here, longing for the purity you neglected. This vision changed my life. It made me realize how serious the call to holiness is, especially for those who call themselves Catholic. It's not enough to belong to the Church. We must live its teachings fully and courageously. As Jesus continued to guide me through the vision, I saw specific examples of the compromises that had led souls to purgatory. Some had allowed moral relativism to seep into their lives, accepting behaviors and beliefs that contradicted church teachings because it was easier or more socially acceptable. Others had prioritized worldly success, fame, or comfort over their spiritual growth. I saw many who attended Mass regularly, but lived without true conversion of heart, participating in rituals mechanically, without genuine repentance or love. Jesus said, "Routine without renewal leads to spiritual stagnation and eventual purification." The sight was both heartbreaking and sobering. I realized how easy it is to slip into lukewarm faith, to trade radical discipleship for a watered-down version that neither challenges nor transforms. Yet Jesus' love for these souls was evident. He was with them, offering grace and preparing them for heaven. But the process was necessary because they had not fully embraced his call to holiness in life. He said, "This is my mercy, a chance to be purified and made ready for eternal joy. But do not wait until it is too late. Choose holiness now. The vision made me reflect deeply on my own faith and how often I might have compromised or grown complacent. It's a call to all believers, not just Catholics, to live boldly and faithfully, embracing the fullness of the gospel. As the vision deepened, Jesus showed me the profound grace and mercy poured out even in purgatory. Though the souls there were undergoing purification, they were also surrounded by love and hope. It wasn't a place of despair, but of transformation, a necessary step toward the joy of heaven. Jesus explained, "Purgatory is my gift to souls who love me but still carry the stains of sin. It is a merciful purification, not eternal punishment." I witnessed how prayers from the living, especially the Mass, the Rosary, and acts of charity, could ease the sufferings of these souls and hasten their purification. Jesus urged the faithful to remember and pray for the souls in purgatory, emphasizing the power of intercessory prayer. He said, "Many forget these precious souls. Their suffering can be lessened by your prayers and sacrifices. This is a work of mercy that brings great joy to heaven." This part of the vision touched me deeply. It revealed the interconnectedness of the Church, those on earth and those on their journey to heaven. It called me to renew my commitment to praying for the dead, to honor their path, and to remember the reality of purgatory in daily life. Jesus also called for a revival of true holiness among the living, to prevent more souls from needing this purification. The call to repentance and deep faith is urgent. Jesus then showed me the dangers of spiritual complacency, especially among those who consider themselves faithful. He said, "Many believe that mere attendance at church or occasional prayers are enough. But without true conversion, without embracing the cross daily, their souls are not prepared for heaven." I saw how many had been lulled into a false sense of security by rituals that lacked heart. These souls were trapped by lukewarm faith, neither fully rejecting me nor fully following me. The vision was a powerful wake-up call. Holiness is not optional. It requires sacrifice, repentance, and surrender. Jesus said, "I desire hearts on fire with love for me, not cold or indifferent souls." I also saw the importance of confession and penance in purifying the soul before death. Jesus urged the living to seek reconciliation regularly, to avoid the painful purgation that comes from unrepented sin. The vision made me understand that God's justice and mercy work hand in hand. While purgatory is merciful, it is also a reminder that sin has real consequences. Jesus called all believers to renew their commitment to holiness, to live lives worthy of the calling they have received. It's a daily battle, but victory is possible through grace. In the vision, Jesus revealed the vital role of Mary, the Mother of Mercy, in purgatory. He showed me how her intercession brings comfort and relief to the souls undergoing purification. Many souls cried out to her, and she responded with maternal love and compassion. Jesus said, "My mother's prayers are powerful and swift. She stands at the gates of purgatory, advocating for my children and assisting them on their journey to heaven." I saw how the Rosary, prayed faithfully by the living, brings grace not only to themselves, but also to the souls in purgatory. It's a weapon and a bridge, uniting the Church triumphant and the Church suffering. This revelation emphasized the importance of Marian devotion, especially for those who wish to aid souls and grow in holiness themselves. Jesus also called for renewed devotion to the saints and for more frequent masses offered for the dead. He reminded me that the Church is a family, a communion of saints supporting each other through prayer. The vision inspired me to deepen my own devotion to Mary and to encourage others to pray for the souls in purgatory with faith and love. Jesus showed me how the choices we make in life echo into eternity. He revealed how small compromises, choosing convenience over conviction, silence over truth, can lead souls down a path of gradual spiritual decay. Many of the souls in purgatory had made these choices, often unaware of the long-term consequences. He said, "It is not just grave sins that lead to purgatory, but also a lifetime of lukewarm faith and half-hearted devotion. Holiness demands total surrender." I saw many who had justified their compromises by pointing to societal norms or the fear of rejection. Yet Jesus urged, "Do not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind." The vision was a call to vigilance and courage, a challenge to live authentically and boldly in the faith, resisting the subtle erosion of the soul. Jesus reminded me that no one is beyond hope. Even those in purgatory have the promise of heaven, but the path is arduous and painful. He called the living to be agents of mercy, praying and sacrificing for those souls. This message struck me deeply. It's not enough to avoid sin. We must pursue holiness passionately and reject compromise in every form. In the final moments of my vision, Jesus showed me the ultimate hope for every soul, the promise of heaven. He said, "Purgatory is a merciful gift, a refining fire preparing my children to stand spotless before the Father. It is not the end, but a passage to eternal joy." I saw souls emerging from purification, radiant and joyful, finally entering the gates of heaven. Their sufferings transformed into praise, their pain exchanged for eternal peace. Jesus called on the living to embrace this hope and to live with urgency. Remember, every moment is a gift. Choose holiness now, love me fully, and prepare your soul for the glory to come. He urged me to share this message widely, as both a warning and a beacon of hope. The reality of purgatory should inspire repentance, prayer for the dead, and a deeper commitment to living a holy life. The vision ended with Jesus' loving invitation, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." I carry this testimony as a call to all believers, not to compromise, to embrace the fullness of the faith, and to remember the mercy and justice of God.